911 emergency. What's your emergency?
Hi, I'm having a really hard time. I'm feeling really faint and I have shortness of breath and I think I'm having a heart attack.
Are you sitting down? Are you in a safe place in your home?
I'm doing jumping jacks. Is that okay?
Jumping jacks, ma'am. Maybe you should stop doing the jumping jacks.
I just was calling, just remembered I haven't called yet today because, so I think this is the Nina West hotline to vote for her for Miss Congeniality, right?
Oh no, it's you. It's Cheryl Johnson.
Yeah, it's me, and I want to vote for Nina West. She was the best thing to ever happen to RuPaul's Drag Race, especially on the season.
Listen, Queen, you seriously called here like 47 times today. This is not the correct number for that service, ma'am. You need to stop calling us.
Do you know RuPaul Charles?
Not personally, ma'am. I need you to get off of our line.
Tell RuPaul Charles that Miss Nina West needs to be the queen. She needs to take over, and RuPaul needs to resign.
There could be people calling in with actual cardiac arrest emergencies, ma'am. I need you to get off of this line right now.
I'm gonna fucking murder someone if you don't let Nina West be Miss Congeniality.
Is that Cheryl Johnson again?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, we need to hang up. This lady is crazy. Get her off the line. We have real emergencies to tend to.
I'm going on break.
Wait.
Hi. Thanks for coming. Hey, girl. Thanks for coming. Oh, grrr. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Thanks for Coming podcast. My name is Seth. What's yours?
Hi, it's Jamal.
Hello, it's Stony.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another gay-ass week here at Thanks for Coming, the most magically gay podcast. We are back again, following the life of Cheryl Johnson as it unfolds.
Yeah, that lady has issues.
Yeah.
Cheryl is going through it, okay?
Someone needs to tell her to sashay away, girl.
If only Cheryl was around for the Vixen season. I feel like Vixen needed someone like her in her corner.
Yeah. I'm surprised Cheryl survived that season 10 with the Vixen.
Oh, goodness. I couldn't picture Cheryl during the Vixen's time.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, no wonder she had a heart attack. Her blood pressure probably rose a lot during that season.
Yeah, and apparently she was doing jumping jacks, like, during the call.
Yeah, jumping jack Flash over there.
She's got that good headset.
Yeah, girl. Well, anyways, enough about Cheryl. How was your guys this week? What's been new with you guys?
We have been kind of just relaxing this week. Vegas prep.
Yeah.
Getting in the gym, just kind of detoxing before I take in toxins.
Lots of toxins.
AKA lots of drinks, probably. Yeah, I'm super pumped for the trip, so just looking forward to that. The week has been normal, nothing to complain or bitch about. And if we did complain, nobody would care, so we just won't do that.
Wow, girl, that's a lot of emotion for someone that's safe.
Just my Tuesday tea.
I was ready to lip sync.
For my mother effing life.
I was fucking ready.
Except I would actually comb out my ponytail.
Ooh, tea. Insert shade rattle.
Yes.
What about you, Stoney? Is there anything else that you'd like to update us on, or are you pleased with Jamal's description of your week?
I don't speak for both of us.
For the most part, yes. Like, it's pretty much just Vegas prep. So yes, I'm okay with Jamal's description of my week.
Great. The spokesperson is working out really well.
Great.
Yeah, so Vegas prep has begun. I've actually stopped eating, and I won't be eating until after Lady Gaga performs. So please pray for me.
The tour fast. Yes, I'm here for it.
Yeah. But in all actuality, if you've been following our Twitter, you probably know that I had a really good time over the weekend. I was able to go see an advanced screening of Rocket Man, and it is a film about Elton John and his life. And as one of our four father queens, it was really cool to see that, to see his life brought to the big screen like a gay man.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it. I can't wait till it's available here in Indy. That's definitely at the top of my list. I won't be missing that one.
Yeah, it was very good. Lots of, well, I mean, all Elton John music, of course, but also it's sort of like a mix between Bohemian Rhapsody and like Moulin Rouge, I would say, because it's really interesting. It's not like a documentary. It has like a little bit of fantasy in there, and they use his songs and stuff like that to narrate like
Is
his
it
life.
kind of like an Across the Universe ish kind of thing?
Yeah, I would say like the actual like musical numbers are very similar to Across the Universe and how they did that. So
ooh, I'll really like that then.
yeah.
And the visuals from the preview alone already look really cool, just from the time period, and when they put that modern technology on it, it looks really inviting.
Definitely. It was so cool, to see basically, just like figuring out you're gay to, various aspects of, not always healthy gay relationships. And it's the first movie to I forget what it is. It's like the first movie or the first mainstream movie to show like a gay sex scene, like, and not pan away. Like they actually show everything going down.
Oh,
interesting.
So it's definitely a little bit more raunchier than Bohemian Rhapsody.
yeah, very queer as folk of them.
Yes, definitely. So that was really cool. Yeah, just as like a massive fan of his music too. It was so cool to get to hear like different interpretations of his music. And yeah, and actually I didn't realize that they were going to have the last scene, they kind of like did a reproduction of his Elton John's I'm Still Standing music video that was shot in the French Riviera. And so I was like watching the movie and I was like, oh my God, I know that place. Like I've been there before.
You were just there.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that in music videos, movies, documentaries. Like if there's a place you've been, there's just that instant connection to whatever moment you're feeling when you're experiencing that art.
Definitely. I was for sure freaking out. For sure. That was a fun weekend. I saw Neil Young in concert last night, so I was also freaking out about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have any musician.
How was that show?
Oh, it was great. I was on the aisle, so I didn't have like anyone crazy like squishing me in or whatever, and
that's good.
It also helped me to be able to see over people so I could see the stage better.
Nice.
So yeah, it was like a 3,000 person theater, so just to see such a like absolute legend like in that environment was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge Neil Young fan, but I don't know if that's like the musical genre of our audience, so I don't want to like go on too much, but he is basically I would say like the godfather of grunge music, so it was just really interesting and like super fun to get to see him. So I had the time of my life, girl.
Yeah, and if anything, listeners, take that as some homework. Go do a Neil Young YouTube or an iTunes search and have some fun.
Yeah. So I guess we'll move on. I guess is there anything else that we should say? I don't know. I'm feeling lost all of a sudden. So how about that like Shea Coulee drama?
Oh,
That was real crazy. Neverland Ranch is going down, girl.
wait. Remember, listeners, episode 100 is coming up, and that means we're getting closer to off-season content. Let us know on Twitter at TFCPod. Any topics or ideas you might want to hear on the show in between Drag Race, shoot us a message, slide into our DMs. You know how to reach us.
Yeah, girl. Make sure to do all of that and subscribe to our podcast if you haven't subscribed, and leave us a review because we love reading reviews. So, with that, why don't we go ahead and get into the Honest Tea Spill of the Week? Yes, God.
Honest tea.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the Honest Tea Spill of the Week. Of course, we're back again, and we are here to recap episode 13 or 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race, season 11. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's getting hard to keep up. I was looking for like my files to make sure I was being consistent in the naming conventions, and I was like, reunion? What is this episode 13? Where's the reunion file? It's episode 13.
Yeah, I was looking through my file folder too to try and keep things straight, and then I just stumbled across my Word document that said exit plan to get out of this podcast.
Oh shit, girl. Did it require a password to get in?
Yeah, it's encrypted.
Fingerprint and retina scans?
The password's oh honey.
With like 2 Ys or 3 Ys?
Good question.
I don't know. I have to change it now. I just told the entire podcast my password.
Ooh, better throw a number in there too for extra security.
Yeah. Oh honey 69.
Ooh, I love a special character too.
Yes, you guys, we are back to talk to you about the reunion special. However, we have like a special treat for you, and we're going to do it at the beginning of the podcast in case you don't listen to the end.
We got you anyway.
Yes. So tonight we are recording a considerable amount of time later than the beginning and end of the show. And tonight I actually got the distinct pleasure of being personally invited to see Trixie Mattel's documentary Moving Parts. Yeah.
Yeah, she's famous. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
An invite.
Yes. Trixie actually flew to Seattle just to invite me, and then she went back to wherever like her gig was because she wasn't at the screening.
Could you imagine? Trixie's just knocks on your door, you answer, she says, "Here you go, I have to go," and that's it.
And by gig, you mean DragCon because she's at DragCon right now.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I saw her ride in on that giant Stacy colored lipstick.
I love that. Trixie always brings it for DragCon. It's so fun.
Yes, but really though, the director of the documentary was there, so that was super cool. He introduced the movie and then did a Q&A afterwards, so that was fun, and you got a little bit more insight.
What a cool opportunity. Were there good questions asked, or were people just asking your typical fan questions?
No, there were good questions asked. I actually asked a question, but I think I blacked out in the middle of it, so I don't really remember the answer.
Oh, good job. Participation. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I just felt the walls closing in. Like everyone was staring at me, and I had a like mini anxiety attack as I was asking the question.
Hey, I understand. I love to talk, but that happens to the best of us.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'll tell you my question afterwards because we need a little setup here. So Moving Parts is actually a documentary. It's not like, you know, a comedy special or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a combination of a sit-down interview. You get a lot of the camera just following Brian or Trixie around, and you get to hear a little bit about like her past growing up, and then it sort of like really kicks into place right before All Stars 3. So so it shows her journey to All Stars 3. It shows her recording her album so it shows like in the studio.
Oh, that's very cool.
Oh, cool.
I like that.
Yes, and what else does it show? I mean, of course, there's lots of drag queens besides Trixie in it too. There are cameos from like Willem, Ben de la Creme, you know, RuPaul, like just, you know, everyone. So that was super cool. Yes, and
it's so cool that you got to see it. I'm like anxious to watch it.
Yeah, I think someone asked the director like what was the plan to release it, and it sounded like they didn't really know. So like maybe it'll go to Netflix or something like that.
See, I heard the tea was it was coming to HBO in June.
I mean, that could be possible. I'm not really sure. I didn't get the
from
deets.
Other queens that may or may not have been in the documentary.
Oh, Jamal is like got the tea for us.
I feel like this is fake news.
I feel like Willem definitely mentioned HBO. So.
Oh, Willem did. Okay.
Yeah, like a few episodes back on Race Chaser.
Well, keep your eyes peeled, everyone. Maybe it'll be on HBO. Yeah, so it was really interesting. It's also talks a lot about the Katya, you know, the Trixie and Katya show. It shows you kind of behind the scenes of what Katya was going through, how Trixie was reacting to it, and of that sort of interaction. So it does show a lot of it.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting to see because they're great friends, but they're also business partners. And we know Katya's past and how recovery can be. So that's really interesting.
Right. And there is like so much more to it because Trixie wasn't really telling like that much about what was happening behind the scenes. So like to actually get to see like some of the text messages that other Brian, Katya like was sending her, like not positive text messages, and then apparently there was like one scene where Trixie was like putting on her makeup and she's like, I just wish I was still friends with Katya. Like she was like, I don't care about the business aspect of it, like I just want to be friends with Katya again.
Oh no.
Yeah, there was like clearly a big falling out.
Eeks.
Like much more than was let on to us. So watch the documentary, y'all.
Which that's like super interesting because now they're like doing it again on Wow Presents. So I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah. And that kind of plays into my question to the director because they show a lot of the Katya's issues. They show, the rocky relationship that they had after. And then they didn't really show them making up, but they do show them like hanging out again. So my question to the director was like, we don't really get to see like the conversation between Katya and Trixie to make up. Was that intentionally not put in, or were you not there? Or is that something that they did not want to be included in the film? And he said, well, I wasn't there. And they were trying to be respectful of Katya as well. And he said they actually watched the movie together, Trixie and Katya, after it was all done, sort of to get Katya's blessing with what is shown about her, because it's not all showing her in a great light.
Yeah, and I think that's super respectful because it's so easy, especially in Hollywood, to just sign on the dotted line and deal with the bullshit later. So that's really big of Trixie to do that.
Definitely. So it was like definitely a roller coaster, lots of ups and downs, laughs, a little bit of crying. They show a little bit of the interactions with her and like how much she means to like her fans and stuff like that. And
good.
Just lots of cool stuff. And so now I'm like,
it's also big of Katya to let Trixie do that too. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, because they don't paint Katya in the best light. I mean, they're not like, dragging her through the mud or anything by any means, but she was like, yeah, that, Katya was like, that's how it happened. So yeah, just show it, So I thought it was really brave of Katya to let it be shown that raw.
Super brave. I can't wait to watch it.
Yes, it's going to be real good. So now I'm drinking a blue raspberry Monster Energy drink out of a mason jar and having a mental breakdown.
Buckle up, queen. Good job.
So I feel like that's the effect of Trixie.
You got through the first part. Now just put that ponytail up in a high tide knot and chill out.
I'm freaking out.
I'm excited to see it, so I can't wait till it comes out on whatever it's coming out on.
Or if it ever comes out. Maybe I just was like the only one to get to see it.
Fuck you. Those are lies.
Well, no, it'll come out. It's just a matter of time. So I just feel really happy and blessed to have gotten the chance to see it so quickly. And yeah, it was fun.
Super cool.
All right. So let's get into the real tea, the real reason why you guys came here to hear about a boring reunion. Bow, 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 bow.
The shade rattle is going off somewhere. I hear it on the horizon.
Yes, God. Okay, let's get this over with. All right, so we start the show, and Miss Vanjie was eliminated last week, so bye, girl.
She left us from the Fab Five. She departed.
But at least she reappears in the next episode magically.
Yeah. She's already back. She was right.
Bring back my queens, part B.
Yeah. All right. So, yes, this week we are talking about the reunion. Henny, that is right. Nobody's going home this week. Thank God.
Except us.
Yeah, I'm backward sashaying away. Miss Vanjie.
Make it fierce.
Yeah. So we start this reunion with a Miss Vanjie montage, and RuPaul asks her, what was your proudest moment? And she says that it is being invited back for a second chance on the show because not all the queens get a chance to do that.
I thought that was pretty cool for her to say that, because a lot of queens, they acknowledge it, but not too openly. And you can take that how you will. Like, I don't read too much into that, but for Vanjie to say that is huge, just because it's like she's a giant personality for Drag Race, and it still, says to the community, you have to be humble and, remember where you came from. Like, they saw something in me and wanted me back. So I'm thankful for that.
And also, it's the way that she was invited back. It wasn't like they were like, oh, come back for All Stars. They were like, actually, you're coming back for the next season. And you didn't come back because you broke your leg. Like, you're coming back because you were like so like loved, basically.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. She was not hurt or anything, but I think it was smart to bring her back for another season and not straight to All Stars, because I think now she's ready for All Stars, whereas before it would have been too soon.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Because now when she comes back for All Stars, she will hopefully like pack other things besides
that polish will be all the way there.
Yeah, for sure. So Rue calls Miss Vanjie out for her plastic surgery. Thought that was kind of silly.
Well, if you listen to What's the Tea with RuPaul and Michelle Visage, they openly talk about plastic surgery all the time. It's just like I don't know. They talk about it so much. I don't know how to describe it really, but it comes up frequently. So for me, this was not a surprise. It's just like, oh girl, what you got? Work? You look fresh. What have you got? What have you had done? And they do it to each other too. It's like, well, I just went and saw Sharon Needles, got some Botox here. It's completely normal for them. Like, they're talking about they just went to Trader Joe's or something.
I mean, it's honestly just preparing us for All Stars anyway, because we all know how these girls look when they come back. Like, their lips are 10 times the size of their previous lips.
2 words.
Their cheekbones are raised.
2 words. Naomi Smalls.
Yeah.
Well, did you see Evie's lips? Hers were like already like super big, like more than they were on the show.
I foresaw that. Like, an oracle somewhere deep inside touched me, and I said, those lips are going to come back in charge sometime soon. And they made an appearance. They sure did.
Yes, ma'am. Was it Cleo? Did she foresee the future?
It might have been a hint of Miss Cleo, but a little more Ratch.
Oh, like That's So Raven?
Yep, there you go.
Okay, perfect.
R.I.P. Miss Cleo, by the way.
Yeah, she's dead. Anyways, So also I thought that was interesting was Miss Vanjie also mispronounces Michelle Visage like we do.
I know. I noticed that too. I was like, oh my God.
I felt particularly connected to Vanjie in this moment.
Yeah, same girl. I was like, is she listening to our podcast? Like, I don't think everyone does this.
Did Nina tell her about us?
She probably did. Hey,
thanks,
Nina. Hi, Vanjie. Love you, girls. All right. So then we get to see the Brand G montage, and we get a little bit of more insight on how this whole thing started. They were on their way back to their hotel rooms, and Silky yelled out, shocker, out to Brooklyn that Vanjie has a crush on you, and it all blossomed from there.
Well, thanks, Silky, for the assist. That volume came in handy in this moment, I guess.
That was the best thing she did this whole season.
Yeah.
Thanks, girl, for the literal shout out.
It offsets like you being on the show.
Petty boots.
Yes. And then Rue asks the question we were all waiting for, are you still a couple? And the answer was no, like we knew already.
Yeah, we did. I mean, it was fun to watch that on the show, but this is real. Like, with any job that's busy or is demanding of one person's time in a relationship, and they've got the same gig, but how these queens work their gigs and career paths, is probably completely different. totally unique. So Vanjie's busy. Vanjie's on that grind working. And also in the same token, Brooklyn respects that, but she doesn't want to be held down, which is fair as well, because don't commit to anybody and then it turns into fuckery later.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just ready for the Vanjie spinoff where we're like, basically it's the reality show where she's looking for love, she's hanging out with her mom.
Oh my goodness.
I need to see this on VH1.
In boy drag, and then at the elimination ceremony she's in drag.
It could come on like after Love and
my
Hip Hop
gosh.
Miami, like it'll be the show after
Oh
that.
my gosh.
So
We have networks to email. You heard it
Yeah.
here first, listeners. If this pops up anywhere, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
TFC is coming for you.
Yeah, girl. So we found out that freedom is very important to Brooke, to be able to do what she wants and flirt with who she wants. And we also found out that Brooklyn has commitment issues this episode.
That's true. I mean, it's a thing that takes practice and work. I don't know if I'd say like issues, but you can definitely see like the hesitation. But that happens to the best of us.
yeah, like Brooklyn's struggling with deleting her Grinder app off her phone. So
It's like crack. She's like doesn't know what to do. If it's Instagram, you can't do Instagram. Like, where's my Grinder app? I need to know how many feet away my next trade is.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, Brooklyn's now like known to the world, and her, Grinder notifications are probably going off the charts now. But she's also like older, like maybe a couple years younger than us, I think. And
she's in our age bracket. We use phrases like age bracket now, ladies.
Oh, sorry. We're not old. We're in the same age bracket as Brooklyn Heights.
There we go.
There we go. So, as someone that is single, I'm like, girl, maybe if you like find someone that actually likes you, you should like not have commitment issues at this age.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a younger gay, I always dated older, and I saw this more than you would like to know. Stoney's only 6 months older than me, by the way.
Yeah, but he's already drinking prune juice, so
so that adds another like 20 years to my age.
yeah, prune juice and vodka for Stoney.
She's healthy.
Yeah, girl.
Keeps you regular.
But anyways, yeah, I'm just like, girl, like I wish like I had someone that liked me. Like, if you kind of have to be a mature adult at this point in your life, like we're not kids anymore. Like, I get it, you're a drag queen, and the schedule is a big factor. So that aspect, I totally get it. I understand that makes it hard for drag queens to date, but I wouldn't be so quick to throw away that relationship if I was Brooklyn.
Yeah, especially with things like FaceTime. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, people are so connected, probably too connected most of the time. So it's totally possible. And you can so tell that Vanjie wants that relationship.
Yeah, I know. It was heartbreaking to see, that look on her face. Like, she's trying to be brave, but still sad. Yeah. But I mean, also, too, there's like other drag relationships like Nebraska and Derek Barry, and they just get booked together and they go travel together. And so you can do it like that, too.
That's true.
I don't know if that limits what you can do. So maybe that's why they don't do it, but it's an option.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a possibility for sure.
All right. So the other thing that was interesting is they were kind of asking like, oh, like, do you think this was staged? Is this a fake relationship? And Brooke said that she's aware people would think that she's using Vanjie for a storyline or to maybe stay on the show.
Clout.
And that's why she distanced herself from Vanjie in the competition. Yes, for clout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she said that before in her talking head, so I'm glad she reiterated that. It's like, I strategically, why would I pick Vanjie so people can say I'm playing favorites and make the show about this? It's not what I want. We're both here for the same prize and the same goal.
Yeah. Then they ask like, oh, like, do you want to get back together? And I'm like, this is real awkward. Like, maybe we just let them do their own thing.
I know, they need to leave them be. I feel like the gay and WoW and VH1 logo, all of the spirits of RuPaul's Drag Race say they have to be together. Push them back together.
Yeah.
Give us more tea.
Like RuPaul won't even talk to them like off the show, and then the cameras go on and they're like, "Did Brooklyn fist you, Miss Vanjie?" And
Basically.
like, what?
Basically.
Like, y'all need to get out of people's personal business.
Yeah, I get what they're trying to do, but it's not a clean execution. There's no way for it to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was super rude for them to even like debate whether or not it was a real relationship. So
Yeah, it's messy. Thanks, internet, y'all trolls out there. Some of y'all are messy as hell, and you know who you are.
yeah, I see you.
Some of you listen to this show, I'm sure. So tell your mom thank you for making you trash, and tell your friends to do better.
I'm actually one of the trolls, so just FYI.
I was going to say some of you are hosts on the show. Yeah, it's
that's step one in the program, admitting you have a problem.
I need help. Help me. All right. So then they move on to Evie and Raja. And Evie says that it was hurtful to hear all the horrible things that Raja said behind her back when Evie said what she said to her face. Then Raja says that she will apologize for Evie feeling some type of way.
Yeah, and I love the queens. I love a real bitch. I don't even know who said it, but they were like,
Scarlett.
That's not an apology. Oh, of course it was Scarlett. Thanks,
Yeah.
Scarlett. We stand Scarlett on this show. That was not an apology. Raja's so messy. I gave Raja a chance, and then episode 3, she fucked up, and it was just out the window from there. So, of course, she's just, this is routine Raja here. Take out the trash, somebody. She looked great, but, throw it in the dumpster, please.
Yeah, Raja really doubled down on her personality this week. She was like, no, none of it was the edit. This is all me.
I said what I said. Yeah, I was really shocked because on Twitter, I feel like I always saw Raja tweeting about like, that's not who I really am, and I'm a nice person, and blah, 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 blah. And then here we get her on the show, and Raja clearly just has a bad attitude. She's really proud of herself for having a bad attitude. And you could tell by her reactions when she was watching the montage of her and Evie, as well as how she mouthed off to Scarlett O'Hara. Then she blames it all on her being worn out in the competition. Well, you're not the only girl in the competition, honey. Everyone is tired that's there. Everyone is burnt out. And I don't think any amount of, RuPaul's I'm your mother now. I don't think that doesn't necessarily recharge the tank, girl.
No, and yeah, it's tough in a scenario like that because sure, you're going through whatever, but you've got 14 other bitches that are going through the same thing. So try your best to just smile, grin, and bear through it. You can have your real moments where you just need to get something off your chest, but lashing out does nobody good, and it's 2019, so all of us have seen enough Lifetime movies to know how to channel and control those emotions. Raja O'Hara.
Yeah, and I will say thank you, Raja, for providing the glorious moment of you throwing Ariel's wig across the stage.
Yeah, Ariel didn't even lean out and try and catch it. She was just like, and there goes the wig.
Yeah. I would not have either. Come on, Raja's just messy. You should have just walked over there, strut over, hand her the garment, the wig, and strut back. Make it about you. Don't just toss it on the floor. See what I mean? Oh my gosh. Who's her management?
I don't know, girl. Sorry. I was looking for my joke about this, but it apparently hasn't come up yet, so I'll move on with the Rucap. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, damn, I ruined it for you.
It's
probably
fine. For the best.
Yeah, we'll get there. Just keep listening. Anyways, so Raja said if she could do it again, then she would focus less on the girls and focus more on herself. Amen, honey.
That is probably the clearest thing Raja has said all season.
Yeah, and she also says that she doesn't want to be vulnerable, and because they show the conflict between her and Plastique, and then here comes the waterworks, and she's like, I just don't want to be vulnerable. Hurt people.
I was totally doing the same thing. Don't get me wrong. I was like, oh bitch, get out of here. I've read all of the poetry and all of the books, watched all of the Help. Get those tears out of here. But in the same
tears.
Yeah, but in the same token, that is a valid point. It's just hard to really consider it authentic given the way Raja has acted even up to minutes before those tears began.
Right. But also, as a Capricorn myself, I feel her because I also hate feeling vulnerable. So I think I keep my wall up as well. So I can relate to her on that aspect. And hopefully I'm not as horrible as she is to other people.
You're definitely not.
I don't know. The survey's out, everybody.
I mean, we know I've had my spicy stage. Seth has had a spicy stage. I think we've grown past them.
Yeah.
Listeners, what do you think?
I don't know, girl. I'm always second guessing if everybody hates me or if I'm just treating everyone horribly. So I feel like a lot of times when I try and pay people compliments, it comes off as being fake, but it's just really me trying to be nice.
I get that.
You're like, that's the cutest sweater I've ever seen.
And everyone's like, oh shit, Seth is throwing shade.
That's so true.
No, I just liked her sweater.
That is how it goes, isn't it? That's like, good morning. They're like, Dracarys.
Yeah. I'm like, shit, can't I just be nice to someone? Like, holy fuck. Anyways, that's off topic. We're going off the rails on a crazy train.
We're great at that on this show.
Yeah. All right. So to move on, Akira says that she will clear the air and that she did not instigate the fight between Plastique and Raja. And Plastique says, no, you instigated all the problems that she had on the show. So what do you guys think she instigated them all?
Yes.
I mean, we've basically been talking about it all season. Like, every episode once the tea began, every episode that followed, it was like, girl, like, Akira, she did her best to defend her position, but what was shown and what the girls are saying, it's just like, nah, maybe your pageant queen came out a little bit, and that's human, I guess.
She was talking in circles a lot.
She was.
I don't think anyone really believed her, to be honest.
No, they were letting her get it out. Well, RuPaul cut her off at a moment. She was like, we're moving on from this.
Well, she was doing a lot of backpedaling, but I didn't see Silky doing her backstroke during Akira backpedaling, did we?
We sure didn't.
Weird.
But can I also say, too, that Plastique has this, like, superhero power where she can just basically talk and you're very confused about like what she's trying to say, but it somehow comes off as believable.
Yeah. Somehow
like,
you believe her.
Yeah, I'm like, that made no sense, but I believe what you said.
She's like reverse Medusa. You're just captivated by her beauty. You just forget what's going on.
Yeah.
I tried. I'm trying to give her something. I don't know.
I mean, she has 1 million followers. Clearly, she's doing something right. So, like, she's fine.
I like Plastique. But yeah, she's got some magic going on somewhere.
For sure. Then, next on the reunion, we are tackling Evie versus Silky. They show all the drama between those two. And then Evie says that she felt like Silky wasn't really trying, and if she did really well in a challenge, then she wouldn't try on the runway. Mm-hmm. And so then Silky says she doesn't need her business being put out to everybody, and that actually during the filming of the show, she gained 30 pounds. I don't know how. They only tape for 3 weeks, but no, I'm just kidding. But
I mean, that is a shit ton of weight, like 10 pounds a week.
Yeah.
I mean, they only tape for like a month, like 4 to 6 weeks, I would say.
If you think about like stress, okay, like stress and like maybe overeating a little bit, you could do that. Maybe
they gave them like a big per diem. Maybe she was like going to like
old
I just
country
know
buffet.
that people say when you gain like that much weight in a short period, you need to like maybe go see if you need some help, like, is everything okay?
But also, okay,
kind of thing.
I don't think that was the issue though. Even if she did really gain that much weight, was that really the issue with her looks? Because to me,
well, she said it was because the padding didn't fit her right anymore. So because she's so much larger now, the padding sits on her differently.
So as a viewer, and this is going to be a loose guess, but when did we start to notice the padding issues via the judging panel?
Just the last 3 episodes, I would say. They started calling her out for her pads. Michelle did.
So there's been plenty of time. Okay, I don't know.
So maybe she did, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it's true. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
the
she
timeline adds up for me personally.
Yeah, maybe she did, but I mean, shit, if you're putting on the pounds and you're on RuPaul's Drag Race, this reminds me of Kenya. Was it Cycle 4 of America's Next Top Model?
Oh yeah,
and
my
she
favorite
actually
one.
gained weight on a modeling show, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
And they got on her case openly about it, which, that's just part of the industry, unfortunately. But what I'm getting at is, okay, Silky, you're on Drag Race. You've made it here. If it takes you fucking hijacking the pillow from the hotel room to make your shit look right, then that's what you need to do.
Well, and even Nina said, well, they questioned my proportions, and I fixed it. They had padding there. You could have made new pads.
Yep. And you're a drag queen. You're giving them an illusion. You give them a silhouette. Just make sure it's consistent.
Definitely. Okay, so Silky apologizes for saying Evie should go home. She didn't know about the condition. They make up for the 5th time or whatever. So then Nina says that she never thought that she would have the impact on people, and she thanked RuPaul very sincerely for giving her that platform, but also for being a role model for Nina when she was a young queer boy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool because we love Nina on this show. She's our beloved Midwest queen. She's our neighbor from Ohio. And she just captures your heart and soul. So again, this is just another genuine Nina moment. You can tell that she means it from the bottom of her heart, and it's just cool to see her giving Rue those props. But it's nice to see people appreciate the opportunity they've been given, truly appreciate it.
Yeah, she's she just, there's something about her. We haven't seen somebody like her on Drag Race. I honestly, probably since Latrice, that has been this loved. I think there's just something about her personality that she just makes you smile. And I was watching her video Drag is Magic the other day, and I was just this is so dumb, but
with the kids.
I was smiling the whole time because it was just so cheesy and it was so cute. And I'm I don't understand.
I love it.
How she can do these things. And I just want to watch her all the time, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She even got a video montage from AOC. So that bears the question, are you down with TFC?
Yeah, you know me.
Yes, girl. Sorry, it had to be done.
5 points to whatever Harry Potter house you're in if you responded the same way I did.
Yes. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. All right, so then the entire cast admits to hating Scarlett.
Oh my gosh! Were you guys? I wasn't expecting this. Am I delusional?
Oh my god!
I was wig snatch. It was
this
nobody
is not
liked
This
her.
is I'm not surprised at all because
I thought people were annoyed.
Okay,
but
this is the
damn.
archetype that I love. So I love Valentina. The whole cast hated Valentina. I love Scarlett. The whole cast hated Scarlett. It's not a surprise to me that she was being a diva the whole season and that she thinks she's better than everyone.
Yeah. She did come off as cocky and arrogant, which I myself did notice right away. If you listen to the start of season 11, then to our podcast, and you'll know, I spotted it right away.
No, this is making... Okay. Maybe I saw a little bit, but I thought it was she's confident. I get that. I don't think I've personally been a jerk. If I've ever been a jerk to you, leave it at a comment. Maybe I'll read it or not. But I thought she was just being hey, I've got this. I'm a confident queen. But, in that environment and a competition, especially where you're judged on what you're doing, what you're bringing to the table, it was probably elevated and made her that much more of a villain.
Right. But I also did grow to love Scarlett throughout her time on the show. So I guess I don't know if the other queens feel that fondly about her, but I did recognize what would cause them to be annoyed with her right away.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I don't. I definitely get it, but I stand Scarlett.
I'm ready to see Scarlett back for an All-Stars in the future. Also, too, my favorite part about this reunion with Scarlett is when she was talking to Brooke and she says, "As a dancer myself."
Yeah. That was hilarious.
It's like, of course, you can't just like let her have her thing. You have to like be like, I am also a dancer.
Yeah. Also, as an award-winning dancer myself, you may have seen me doing the hokey pokey at the Discovery Zone. But yeah, so then we clear up Wiggate. Ariel had moved her wigs to Plastique Station for some reason, but then forgot them. And so then she's like mad when she comes back to the show. And I guess Silky is pretending. Sorry, I got attacked. Oh, God. Sorry, Satan's here, everyone. He's found me. I thought I was doing good, but... All right. Then we see, this is when we see Silky pretending to the backstroke, or maybe the Macarena. To the Macarena. I don't remember how that song goes.
I don't know those words for sure.
I was like a point of what I had a Macarena.
I know the dance.
Like, I don't know.
No, I think that was Macarena.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
What are
listeners,
we doing?
Feel free to drag us for that. I don't know what that was.
What's happening?
Oh my God. They need to lip sync for the lip sync needs to be Macarena sometime. That'd be hilarious.
No.
That would be hilarious.
Oh no.
That would be so funny. All right. So then Ariel says that when she saw people going after Plastique on Twitter, that she let people think that she had left the wigs for Plastique just to kind of take the heat off of Plastique. So in chronological time, she actually had gone back to the show and was mad at, all the people taking her wigs. But then in present time, like, Back to the Future shit over here. So then she's like trying to just make sure that people aren't like hating on Plastique. And I thought that was kind of nice of her.
Yeah, it was. I respected that. She was trying to take the heat off of her. I can definitely respect that.
I think the girls were like just trying to come for Ariel, but it actually, like, I get her story. It was kind of confusing, but it did make sense, like, why... Like, because you got to think, like, when things filmed, like, when it aired on TV. So, like, when it aired on TV, she was just more like, I'm over it, so I'm just going to be nice to Plastique at this point.
Right. And Silky says that she thought Ariel left the wigs to promote her business. And Raja admits that one of Ariel's wigs made it into her suitcase. And Raja says, "Oh, looky what I got here." And in the slowest wig reveal since Silky's wig reveal at Roscoe's, that everyone knows that video, then Raja pulls out this nappy wig that's been sitting in her damp suitcase for months and throws it across the stage.
It looked like one of the creatures from Fraggle Rock. I was concerned.
I was too. It looked like a little gremlin.
Yeah.
I was just going to pour water on it and see what happened.
Was it going to be like a cha-chia? Cha-cha-chia?
It just multiplies and suddenly there's 20 of them.
Yeah. That would have been crazy, girl.
Oh, by the way, they're coming out with a new Critters movie that was like straight to DVD.
It looks
no.
terrifying,
It looks really
actually.
terrible, but I kind of want to like watch it and
those
podcast
things
about
look
it.
even scarier. I can't watch it again.
Yes.
Oh
yeah. And then okay, well, God, I missed my opportunity for a joke. So we're gonna move on. All right. I had like my whole Jazz and Masters and a joke in here, but
the moments pass.
yeah. Sorry, you guys.
Next time, Queen.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on my jokes, you guys. All Stars 5's gonna be really good.
Oh shit.
Yeah, come back in like a year. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I only get a couple jokes every podcast. So when I miss the opportunity, I get real mad. I'm going to yell at Sony later once the podcast's off.
Save it for the Insta Live.
There you go, girl. Anyways, so then they, dwell on the opulence line, and even Rue can't do it correctly. And then Kahana Montrese fabricated some drama just so that she could be on the reunion special.
Listen, girl, my God. I was like, you were mad about a video clip.
I didn't understand what she was even mad about.
This made
But
no...
did you see what you were wearing then?
This made no goddamn sense. I just, the whole time I kept thinking, like, thank God you're pretty, because this makes no sense, girl.
Yeah. Where are the facts? I don't know. That was confusing as hell. So then they play Tutor Boot.
Fun.
And then they do the Paris is Burning challenge and let some of the queens that were eliminated get a chance to read. And Nina had her redemption. She told lots of funny jokes and didn't have to explain them.
Yeah, she did. There were some flatliners in there, but Nina was cute and fun.
Yeah. Who was the flatliner? It wasn't Ariel. It was like Soju, right? Yeah.
Soju's pretty bad.
I don't remember what she said, but I remember everyone.
Whoever was sitting below Soju also bombed. I don't know. Anyways, they were short on time filling up this 1 hour and a half of boringness. So they showed some clips of the celebrities doing very non-entertaining things.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing their best to just get through the season. There are some talented queens on the season, but it's just so tough being season 11. You have so much to live up to, and I think they just fell victim to that. They're just trying to get through this reunion special and move on.
Yes, and then Rue made all the queens say nice things to the top 4. Mm-hmm. And then the show's over, and I was drunk.
Did you see what Rue did there? Like, did anybody else pick up on the "we're gonna say nice things"?
Yeah,
because our fans have been pretty toxic, and again, y'all messy people know who you are. I think this is Rue trying to send a little message. It's like, let's say something positive. But I don't know. That's just me reading into the fandom a little bit.
I mean, season 10 was a lot. We had Asia basically crying the whole time, and Vixen left. So I don't know.
That's true. She just wanted everyone to stay on the stage, I think.
Well, no. I think everybody on the stage decided that they wanted to stay on the stage, and that's what happens.
I think Jamal's still mad at the Vixen.
No, wait, Jamal sees through bullshit. I'll have a meeting with the Vixen. I don't care.
Like, who do you think from this season was the most likely to pull the Vixen and walk off the stage?
Probably Raja.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? It's a lot of emotion for someone that's really safe, girl.
But again, like the Vixen, and no shade, Raja has some growing to do as a person. Maybe the Vixen's better today. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the Vixen's drag. I've never said the Vixen is a bad person.
Get ready for All Stars 5, Queen.
Right.
It's her time to shine.
Raja, you'll shine one day.
What if Raja's on All Stars 5 and she walks in and says, I came here to fight?
Girl, I'm not watching if that happens. I am out. Do you hear me?
Seacrest out, girl. Well, why don't we take a quick break and then we can have a short discussion about the Queen's outfits at the finale, and then we will wrap this up.
Sounds good.
BRB, I need to go feed my Tamagotchi.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I'm getting a refill.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening to our podcast so far. Thanks for coming. Right now, we're probably refilling our drinks, or maybe even gluing down our lashes again. While you wait, here's some things that you should check out.
Yeah, remember everyone, you can email us, tfcpod@gmail.com, and tfcpod on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Oh, and one more thing. You're not my real dad, and you never will be. Anyways, back to the show. All right, you guys. Well, welcome back. I hope you guys got your drinks refilled. I have really sad news for you guys. My Tamagotchi's dead already. So,
what the hell? Like, What do you mean it's dead? Did you not change the battery or did you not give it water?
Well, I poured water on it, so.
Okay.
You're
so
not
you gave it
actually
water.
supposed to pour water on it. Like, you're supposed to press the button on the little egg thing.
Well, I know that now, Stony. Jeez, way to rub it in my face.
Now, to be fair, I had like the Gigapets. I didn't have a Tamagotchi.
Oh, girl. You were missing out. It was
They looked
so fun.
cool.
Yeah.
I think Darnell had one. My brother had one.
I remember
Wow.
they had to like ban us from like playing with our Tamagotchis when I was in school.
Oh, yeah. They were not allowed out unless it was like break time or whatever the hell.
I
Yeah.
know. I remember all the cool kids had the Tamagotchi, and my parents bought me the off-brand one, and everyone like made fun of me.
No.
You got the Walmart brand?
I
don't even remember what it was called, but they were like, "What is that?" I'm like,
Kids are monsters.
Stony had the Pocket Gotchi.
"Yeah."
No.
They're like, what the hell is a Pocket
I got the
Gotchi,
one
girl?
that like came from like Dollar Tree, so it was like $1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Not a pocket gotchi.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't let you play with it in class, so then it died, and you're like, shit, I gotta go back and get another one.
So I had a koala, a dog, a monkey, and then I had a cat, and then I got bored with that, and I went back to the monkey.
Oh, yeah, I had a drag queen Tamagotchi. It was cool.
We would trade them, in class.
Yeah, girl, like you level them up, and then you could like sell them to your friends.
I had too much fun. We should move on. I can go on about this for a long time.
I don't know. I think we can talk about Tamagotchis a little bit more. What do you guys think? You guys enjoying yourself?
I'm actually having like a traumatic experience from this, so can we
Yeah.
move on, please?
Stony is clutching his Pocket Gotchi for dear life right now. You can't see.
He's looking for his life alert button and inhaler.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the looks on the reunion. What do you guys think? Did you see any good looks, or were you just generally unimpressed?
Oh my god. Wait. How do I process that? I'm afraid to comment. Okay, hold on.
No comment.
So-
I plead the fifth.
I liked what Brooklyn was doing. Again, Raja and I connect on fashion photo review. I like the asymmetry on the hat. I immediately got like Egyptian inspiration from that, or like Egyptian vibes, excuse me. And the cape, I don't know if I would have done like a see-through center, but I liked, it was sexy. It was in character. I thought she was doing something different and she was able to pull it off. It was very, chic superhero. I was into it. Who else? I thought Vanjie looked super natural and pretty. I thought Vanjie was beat down. She looked gorgeous. And she was wearing a t-shirt dress. So props for pulling that off.
Yeah.
Those are kind of my two standouts. Silky looked cute. I'll give her that. I love a majorette moment. I was in marching band, so duh.
Yeah, I enjoyed Silky's look. I thought Nina looked really good. I thought she definitely brought the camp that we all loved this season.
Oh yeah, the sock monkey get up.
Yeah, I thought Ariel looked really good because you know how Ariel always tends to wear like pink and like bubblegum type colors.
Well, everyone says Lisa Frank when they say Ariel, so she went against that.
Yeah, so
and she pulled it off.
I thought she did really good on hers.
Oh, Evie was fun. Evie looked great.
Oh yeah, Evie looked really good.
She looked fresh out of the bathtub, girl. Rub-a-dub-dub, 2 men in a tub, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time remembering like anyone else.
I did kind of, I wasn't standing for Scarlett's look. I thought she looked pretty, like nothing was bad. But I did like the play on is it alliteration? I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. Green with envy.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was green.
I could also see Poison Ivy, too, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Definitely
little bit.
a touch of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought maybe this is gonna get me in trouble, but I really kind of didn't like Brooklyn's outfit because it was just a little bit too much for me. Like
No.
the earrings were really big, which I understand because you need to be able to tell what they are. But it was like big earrings. We got a cape. We got a hat. I mean, it was a lot for me personally.
Yeah, I could see that. We watched Fashion Photo Review, which I don't know, first of all, that was a shit show in itself because they were like taking photos of them like in this shitty room and like no green screen or anything. So like the photos they were looking at, it was like this shitty like
Well,
air
they're not
conditioner
on
in
the
the
main
background.
stage.
So it just didn't make sense. But anyway, they were like standing for Brooklyn's look, but I was just kind of looking at it. I was like, yeah, it looks nice, but there's also a lot going on. So
Yeah.
I get what you're saying with that.
It was finished though.
Yeah, it was very busy. I'll give you that. But the thing, when you say busy with an outfit, like they always say, if you're leaving your house, take off 2 things, and then you have the perfect outfit. That's been the saying for decades. So probably longer than that. But that outfit, I don't know. Like, I looked at it and it worked for me. Like, the glove was a solid red. It had the crunchy texture up top and just a little touch with the gold jewelry, but 1 ring on each hand. I think she tried to pay attention to detail, but I'll give you that. There's a lot going on. You just kind of have to have an eye for what was going on.
For sure. I agree with Stoney that I really liked Ariel's look. I liked her wig and I liked her makeup, but to see her in some like mauve and like black jumpsuit seemed like a little tame for her. So it seemed like a little not cohesive because you have like the very like earth tones with her like bright pink usual hair. That's just another personal opinion. You guys can still like it. Don't at me.
We're adding you for sure.
I really like Soju's look though. I really think Soju has come like a really long way and like really wears good outfits, and it really shows that you can do makeup on an Asian person and blend it in.
I mean, it's possible, right?
Yeah. Silky doesn't know how to do it, but it's possible.
There it is. Shade rattle.
I didn't know that the part of Silky's family was kabuki drag, but whatever. Anyways, I'm trying to think of the other girls we haven't really talked about. Nina?
That probably happens for a reason if you're not.
Yeah. I do like Nina's. I really liked her wig a lot, and I liked her outfit. I thought Kahana looked really nice.
I mean, all of the girls looked nice, right? They looked nice.
I feel like
I'm trying to pick
the
a
one person
favorite.
we have not even said about
Mercedes.
anything. Well, her and also Honey Davenport.
Oh yeah, Honey actually looked really nice. She did have a good outfit. Props for Honey.
Oh yeah. I said that earlier. She looked like a beehive warrior.
Did you see that tweet she posted of her like half naked?
No.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. I saved it for scientific research.
I didn't save it, but I'll get your notes.
Yeah, I'll send my findings your way, girl.
Thanks.
I feel like we need Honey Davenport to come back for All Stars 5, but as a boy in beard weave.
Yeah, and naked. Maybe she can just get an OnlyFans. We'll compromise.
Yeah, actually scratch the All Stars 5 and just make that OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Oh,
girl.
my goodness.
Instant subscribe. $20, fine.
I guess. Fine.
I'll even join without the free trial.
Twist my arm.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, that was the episode. That was a little review about Trixie Mattel's Moving Parts documentary. Definitely would recommend for everyone to see it. It's real good, so keep an eye out for that to be released. And why don't we talk about some trade?
Protein.
Oh. Trade. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the hottest segment in podcast history, otherwise known as Trade. You guys, we are back again, and we are ready to tell you about the hottest trade on the streets. Who would like to go first?
Ooh, I will go first this week. So I'm only going to give you a handle name this week because I'm not out here trying to butcher people's names. Iceflow92 _ on Instagram. All his bio says, kiddos, is animal and nature. So that's fun already, right? I'm getting Tarzan vibes.
Well, maybe he likes watching Animorph porn.
Ew.
Okay, we're not crossing that bridge this week. We did that last week. We learned our lesson, and we're moving on.
Sorry, I was channeling my inner Cheryl Johnson.
But no, he's got lots of shots, very lots of good shots, very natural tone. He's very hairy, probably hairier than most like, but I am into this.
It's very dangerous of him to have that cup of coffee on those like white sheets.
Yeah, with those white briefs so close to his hot pocket area.
Hot pocket.
I didn't even notice. It was like so blended in.
I would love to be commenting with you guys, but I would just warn everyone that this is a private account. So,
Is it?
yes, girl, I'm trying to hack my way in right now.
No, it's not.
Well, damn. Jamal sliding into his DMs unknowingly.
Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. I thought it was public.
I'm going to comment on the 6 preview pictures that I can see that Jamal sent the profile to me with. Lots of selfies and cell phones. Okay, sweet. He's wearing a shirt in 1/6 of his preview pictures.
Hey, at least there's no memes on this one, so.
Yeah.
Well, can't really confirm that, so I'll take your word for it.
My bad, y'all.
Make sure you follow.
Fuck.
What about you, Stody? Tell us about your trade. Hopefully their profile's public. I'm going to check right now.
This person's profile is public, so his Instagram handle is AngelM87. That's M as in mother, not N as in Nancy.
Ah.
It's M as in I was motherfucking ready to lip sync.
Give her coins.
But this is a guy that, so I found him like he's with another guy that I follow, but they're a couple. But anyway, I just think he's really cute. He's very short. So I feel like Jamal would probably like be into him.
I like short, meaty guys.
But yeah, I just think he's very cute. So I don't know.
He
I
is
don't really
very
have anything
cute.
else to say. But just
I like the picture of him with his blue balls.
Ooh, we should
Oh,
take
yeah.
care of those.
that looks very fun.
Oh, there's a kissy picture too. Look at them. Oh yeah, he's short as hell. Wow, dude.
Yeah, he's like tiny. I don't understand how anyone can be this short, but
Do you think his boyfriend has to like bend down in the pictures where they look the same height?
probably.
He's doing a little kneel, a little dip.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for picking someone with a public profile and no memes, Tony. So I
I'm
appreciate it.
sorry.
I did
Oh my
hours
gosh.
of research to
This
get
is
it right
episode
this week.
90 something, and this is my first official offense. My bad.
Might be. All right, you guys. So for my trade of the week, I have brought you some all-American white bread, girl. We got Tyler Ellis, fashion model, and his profile includes all of his management team's email addresses.
He's like, I don't know what to put here.
I don't have what do you put here if you don't have a personality?
I'm gonna put my name and all of my team.
Can I put a picture of my abs in my profile?
Abs, period.
Abs. But yes, he is super cute, you know, just taking lots of like those typical Instagram thought pictures, and I don't feel like super emotionally connected to him, but I do think he's very attractive to look at. So
You think you can just like hit it and quit it? Is that what you're saying?
well, I feel like I feel like I would go into it as like a hit it or quit it, but he just has like these blue puppy dog eyes and they just like suck you in. So
Yeah.
you'd be like, I just can't quit you.
That's dangerous. I get
On the
it.
mountain, you know?
Yeah, all up in the mountain.
Yeah, girl. So so that's my trade this week. So we actually have a bonus for you this week. We had a trade submitted to us by one of our listeners, and it was from Holly. And because she was so nice to review our podcast, we are going to share her trade with you. And yeah, girl, our trade, well, I guess I should I guess we can call our trade, or Holly's pick for us this week is Somo. And Somo is a musician and super talented. So if you go to his profile, there will be lots of videos of him playing his music and him with his shirt off, exposing his abs.
Musical torsos.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
right. He said abs, not ab. He has abs.
Yeah, multiple. Yeah.
Plural.
I like a range from like 5 to 7 abs. So I think he fits the picture. So yeah, I believe Somo is on tour right now. So maybe you guys can catch him out and see if he's on Grindr or something.
Oh, spotted.
Yeah, girl. But thank you again, Holly. Your trade is super hot. Like, me and Holly were talking about him in the private messages in the DMs. So like, I don't want to get too raunchy on the podcast, but she knows my true feelings about Somo.
He's very attractive. I'm into it. So good job, Holly.
Yes.
So you can also catch the link to Holly's trade pick Somo down below in the notes of this podcast. And why don't you guys show him some love? Go check him out and tell him TFC Pod sent you, and then he'll be really confused and try to figure out who we are.
And hopefully not ban us from Instagram.
Oh God, we're banned. We can't see Somo's abs anymore. God damn it.
Blocked, bitch.
This is the worst.
Never. We have manners.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, we learned our lesson about just sliding into the DMs of hot guys and just telling them they're hot because they might be straight.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally a Cheryl Johnson move, so.
Yeah, or James Charles.
That too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, girl. If you guys listen to our podcast, we can proudly tell you that the beef has now been squashed between these drama people. I would imagine James Charles' legal team sent them all a please shut the fuck up message, and everything is good to go. Nothing, no more tea, girl.
Yeah, I think lawyers were involved or something.
Either
because
that-
it all just stopped.
It was either that or they just got like their quota 50 million views on their YouTube videos, and then they just like stopped the fake drama.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The world will never know. But until then, you guys, you know what to do. Keep an eye out for us to see if we can go on Instagram Live. We will be in Vegas, of course. And so we're going to do our best to keep our content on schedule. But yeah, just keep an eye out on our Twitter. We'll keep you updated if we're able to do that. Other than that, make sure you do subscribe and tell your friends and leave us reviews. We'll be happy to read your reviews on the podcast if you send them in. If you guys want to pick a trade to be included like Holly did, feel free to send them our way in the DMs, girl. But until next week,
Bye.
Losers.
I was fucking ready to lip sync.
Fuck out of here.
I was ready. Tear away.